Greetings. Welcome to Enlifement, a place to connect. Nasa kyan vishnoktia vinyate kamlachu vimshishna devan. Lero kasim vren so kashaite venoka amsha. Denimo kranio masa. Vinshat knoshu dom kratya venia kloshotavicha. Kodan Kiron Chu. Becoming awareness is a realization of consciousness, the consciousness that is, that permeates all of existence. So therefore it must also permeate you. When we begin to realize that all of creation is on purpose, and although we may not like to admit it, all people are on purpose. The problem being that some have lost the way of purpose, have blocked it, has distorted it through beliefs, concepts, or conditioning, which the world is full of. And these beliefs are very often in conflict. And those that support those beliefs wind up in conflict. So to send into self as the consciousness is to awaken to a higher existence, a more harmonious, balanced way of being. And this does benefit the body, because the body is the bearer of this life. It carries about all of the beliefs, concepts, and conditioning of the past and a hope for the future, often finding itself alone, because it may be isolated because of realizations. So we realize that as we evolve, becoming more and more what the consciousness is. And that changes your life. It can even change the body. The more you can allow, the more you accept, the more you know. It's very effective. To know that you are this very presence that is the consciousness. To know that you are connected to all of creation, past, present, and future. There's no boundary or limit to what one is as the consciousness. Only that which the mind and beliefs and conditions force it into. And I know it's hard to get past those beliefs. They're so ingrained, many of them from childhood. There's always those outside that say, this is the way it is. This is how it works. This is who you are. This is what you're to be. But when you wake up to your true self, you realize no one outside can determine who you are, and what you will be. That is solely up to you as the embodiment of the consciousness itself. Very unique, often finding itself separate. Because it's hard to find people that are open enough to allow all of life. People want parts of it. I like this part, I don't like that part. They're saying, I like you, but I don't like you. It's like seeing some twins and saying, I like that one, I don't like that one, when they're identical. But we live in a world of that kind of separation. We live in a world of paradoxes about life. Philosophers, preachers, teachers, all these people expressing through their belief how it is. To have no beliefs before you is quite a challenge because they are sneaky. They may seem like a truth, but they're not. They're just a belief. So, what can we, as the embodiment of the consciousness itself, what can we do about this life? The greatest power of the consciousness that you are is being able to be clear and precise and allowing. It seems to be a conflict, but when you can allow everything that is, you transcend it. When you resist anything, you're locked into it. So, no resistance, no attachment, no beliefs, no conditioning, just be. I know the intellect says that's impossible. We have to be this, we have to do that. We know this is right. Do you? How do you know what is right? You have a belief system behind that that says this is right, that's wrong. When you take the next step in this awareness as the consciousness, you begin to realize there is no right or wrong, there is no this way or that way. It just is. And you can put that on yourself. You just are. You just are this expression. Expressing what? Whatever it is coming from your heart, from your experiences of realization. These are the things that you express. To express the wholeness of your existence, the beingness of your true self, is a great accomplishment. And we look at the world and we know the world sorely needs these examples because the world is lost. Lost in its beliefs and ego and concepts. And this is the way it is. I've learned through this life that there is no, this is the way it is. There is only the way it is perceived. And perception is a consequence of beliefs. So if we perceive a world that is in chaos, we must have a belief underlying somewhere about chaos. If we begin to conceive of a world as becoming enlightened, becoming harmonious, being free, somewhere in our background we've got that awareness and knowing of that possibility. So you can use your imagination to lift yourself into a higher frequency of this existence. Imagine that you are the very presence of the consciousness, experiencing the you that is your life. So you know that. You begin to see things differently. You see the they says of society, and you see where they come from. Beliefs, conditioning, concepts, all of the past. The consciousness is the future. The more people that can embrace that possibility, the greater will be the society of humans. It's there, it's the opportunity. It's waiting to happen. As it begins to happen with individuals, it spreads. More and more begin to realize that their life is not what they thought it was, that they are not controlled the way they thought they were. It's a freeing of the mind to recognize that the mind is just programs also. Not bad programs, just programs. And you can clean it up. You can begin to say, wait a minute, where'd that come from? Why believe that? That has no reality in the consciousness. It has no realness to it. But you see the world, what you believe, it becomes. How you see it is what it is. What happens if you suddenly turn your back on that and decide to see things differently? The body, the mind, your life, see them differently. How does it look now? Wait a minute. I'm free. I'm liberated. I'm the very presence of the consciousness. Having a human experience for the joy of it. Not because it has to, just simply to do it. Just to be it, to experience it. This life is the opportunity of experiencing all you can be as the consciousness. This is your opportunity. And to recognize that takes courage. You have to be courageous in this process because the naysayers around you will say you can't do that, it's unbelievable, it can't happen. You're deluded. Well, I think it's better to be deluded than to be trapped in beliefs, concepts, and conditioning. Step out of them. Be who you are. The very presence of the life that is the consciousness. To be that is being all you can be moment by moment. You no longer need to resist anything. You see through everything. You see it for what it is. You see people for what they are. You can see their programs, their beliefs, their conditioning, the consequences of their life. That's just the outer stuff. It's like a suit of clothes that you wear. It's not the real you. It's just what you put on. So as a consciousness, you become free. Free of the outside boundaries and limits and beliefs and the conditioning. Stepping out in a brave new world of your own making and awareness. You interface with the life around you, but it doesn't control you. You are a living example of a higher possibility as you realize fully within yourself that you are that. Becoming and being all you can be moment by moment is the very act of life itself. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Discover more about it. Don't be afraid to venture out of your comfort zone to know more and to realize more and to experience more. Life is the unfolding of the consciousness in all areas of existence. All material, all matter, all stuff is the consciousness constantly vibrating ever higher and higher frequencies as it has the vehicles for expression. So you become an expression of the consciousness in your realm of existence. We say, welcome to the real life, the life in the consciousness and presence and being. Welcome to real life.
Johanna says, amazing, so clear. All love from the two of us here.
Thank you.
Shantara says, thanks, Ishvara. Welcome to real life. Okay.
All right.
Anand and Slava say, thank you so much, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Todd says, wow, mind blown. Such a powerful talk. Thank you so much, Ishvara.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this moment and carrying this moment on to your life, moment by moment, day by day. Thank you for your love and your support.